and here's why. Because I think that without outsiders looking in on this secretive organization, people are going to keep dying. Because I think that people who hear this podcast may come forward with more information, as has happened with other true crime podcasts. And because I think that you, all you listeners, can solve a crime that up until now, no one even thought was a crime. Here's what we know so far. 4 young women are dead. The first died in March of 2015, and the most recent died just last week. All of these deaths have taken place within 20 miles of each other, and 3 have occurred near the same short stretch of highway that runs along the east coast of Seneca Lake. 2 of these deaths have been labeled as suicides, and 2 as accidental deaths. All 4 have taken place on the date of a seasonal solstice or equinox, and all of them seem to have been connected through the same small constellation of people. I'll be walking you through the details of these cases and trying to get to the bottom of what happened with each of these young women. And, ultimately, I'll be trying to make sure that we find justice for all of them. Hopefully, along the way, we'll also talk a little about why this story is important and its place in a larger context of stories about violence, particularly violence against women. I'll need your help, but I know you're ready to give it. Once again, I'm Liv Reed, and this is Vultures. Chapter 1. The thing my goddamn manager doesn't understand is that I don't need to go on a retreat. Exhaustion, she keeps saying to me, whining on the phone like I'm a 3-year-old who needs to go down for a nap. I'm not a stubborn toddler. I'm a grown-ass human who knows what she needs. The problem, as everyone keeps informing me, is my image. Apparently, it's acceptable to be a fragile starveling with dark circles under her eyes. But it's not okay to lie down in the middle of Mercer Street after a friend's vernissage and later have a well-documented meltdown in front of your ex's apartment. A thin line, apparently, between glamorous self-destruction and mental illness. The latter, I am told, is what currently plagues me. Not that I'm necessarily sick, Jessica is quick to say, but my image, how people see me, is of someone who's not entirely well. I've gone from being cutely disastrous to acutely unhinged. Not a good look, everyone says. I find it hard to care. But then, that's what the team is for. It takes them 48 hours to convince me to go on the retreat. I spend the entirety of these 2 days and nights in my Soho loft, trying, unsuccessfully, to wean myself off the medications that have been part of the daily fabric of my psyche for nearly 5 years. The drugs are a symptom, not the problem, Jessica keeps saying, in measured tones when she calls me every 6 to 8 hours. We just have to focus on getting you well. Then everything will fall into place. Everything. The movie isn't totally off the table. It's still a possibility. If you get well. The retreat they want to send me to sounds ridiculous. I mean, every spiritual retreat does. Center yourself. Rid yourself of toxins. What even are toxins? Find your secret self.